going on, everybody? Tristan Adams, Modern Design Aquascaping. So we have a very interesting project here today. I want to go into a little bit about the story of how and why we are here. So as you can see, we have this water feature here. It's a little bit slow moving right now, as in not at all. So I am standing 1 foot in the waterfall that we rebuilt. So a little bit of backstory on this. About 3 years ago, we got contacted by this homeowner and the waterfall was leaking like crazy. Had to have the hose in it all the time, and we just rebuilt the stream with a new liner to get it back to holding water, but now the pond itself doesn't even hold water. The pump lives in the bottom of the pond, so we haven't spent anything. They have spent over $10,000 on just upgrading the existing pond, and that's like having a car that's kind of breaking down that you just keep throwing money into, and they've decided to just get a new car. So we're gonna be coming in here with an 8x10 pond, fish cave, boulders, whole nine, and redoing everything from top to bottom because they have really been enjoying this water feature while it was running. But the more maintenance these things are, the less you tend to enjoy them. So we're gonna get it to that 10 to 15 minutes a week. You guys stay tuned on this, like, comment, subscribe, and we're getting to it. One thing I do want to bring to attention is how much extra work it actually is when you start with an existing pond. So a lot of the times in this case scenario, it seems like it's going to be a cheaper price because there's already a pond, there's already a hole dug, but the first thing we have to do is we have to rip all of that stuff out. We have to clean everything back down to factory grade, get the hole all scrambled and get it out of the way, all the materials, and then we just have the hole. And rarely is the hole actually a help to us. Half the time we actually have to fill it back in before we start. It's not dug properly, and it really messes with the design aspect of things because you already have a shape there, you already have a hole, so you have to refabricate everything in your mind and have the vision in the very beginning of what you know is going to be there, exactly what you want to be there, and then bring that to life even with the old pond in the way. I also want to bring up some facts about this pond specifically. So being an 8x10 pond, using a couple boulders that are even close to 2,000 pounds, it is very easy to completely fill this hole in. So it might seem like it builds the pond faster using these boulders, and for sure it makes it look a lot better having some giant stones in there that make a really big impression. But once again, it's very technical on that aspect because you have to build tight to the wall. You have to build close. You can't use a lot of stones that have a huge footprint, or else you end up with no pond left. But the difference that it makes using these boulders, even though it's time consuming, makes just a whole different pond towards the end of this thing. From an artistic aspect, looking at the visual, you have these massive rocks in a smaller series pond and a very steep waterfall on this one that really bring a huge impression in a really small space. So this is one of the most elaborate ponds of this size that we have ever constructed here at Modern Design Aquascaping, which is crazy to say because we have been in business for 30 years at this point. 1994 is when we started out. This pond's built in 2024, and now we have come to the most intricate of 10 by 8 ponds we have ever constructed in this entire time. And one of the biggest things that make it so complex and such a big jaw-dropping effect when you walk out that back door is just the steepness of the hill and the magnitude of the boulders. So once again, using giant rocks on this thing, getting multiple splits and different water widths, different styles of waterfalls, and you have a huge elevational change over the course of this 7-foot-long stream that really just brings a whole different dynamic from the viewing areas, from inside the house. You have this crazy beautiful waterfall with crazy steep slopes and big drops going on, but really it's just going into this 8 by 10 pond built with also substantially giant boulders. All right, guys, we appreciate you joining us for the journey. It has been an absolutely amazing build out here. We love how this thing turned out. The homeowners, they could not be more stoked about the way this had turned out. For going from the old pond that just kept getting Band-Aids slapped onto the thing to this brand new boulder built pond with the fish cave, some beautiful koi fish. It actually holds water and you can see it from inside without it being a dry rock pile because it's never running. So it was a great decision on their part. They're very happy that they made that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe, keep the support going, and we will keep pumping out content like this for you. Hope you all have a good one. We're out for now.